Long before Banksy became the poster boy for deviant street art, graffiti artists have been wowing pedestrians for decades, turning the notion of traditional art on its head by making it more accessible to the masses while conveying a social message meant to stop people in their tracks. Although they also serve as a stunning backdrop for those IG-worthy snaps, so win-win. Time to unravel these 13 amazing street art that will blow your mind. What's up, Acnatics? This is Discovery Amuse serving up your daily dose of the most outrageous, outlandish, and out-of-this-world fun facts. Our #1 pick will surely make you do a double take, so make sure to stick around for that. Ready your cameras. Number 13, 3D Fantasy. These murals you're about to see already look absolutely dope on first glance, but there's literally more to them than meets the eye. With the help of some simple 3D glasses, watch as these incredible images turn out to be two distinct artworks. Greek graffiti artist Stathis Savalius, who goes by the moniker Insane51, is considered one of the pioneers of modern 3D street art. To achieve his unique artworks, he uses an intricate spray painting style called double exposure 3D. He overlaps two images, one in red and one in blue, to create this three-dimensional optical illusion that changes depending on which color of the stereoscopic glasses you look through. Humans turn into skeletons, Stormtrooper transforms into Finn, and even Thanos magically changes to Iron Man.
Sweet! Totally.
From Aruba and China to New Zealand and the US, Insane51's trippy murals can be found all over the world. So head on over to his socials to know where you can spot one of his ingenious masterpieces. Keep watching because our top 1 pick is so elusive it only shows itself twice a day. Number 12, Pixelated Art. Now, here's an artist after my own heart. He makes freaking 8-bit characters come to life out on the streets of Sweden. Swedish conceptual artist Johan Karlgren, also known as Papa's Parlor, creates pixel artworks of our beloved cartoon and video game characters using beads. He then installs his art pieces on the streets or random places like sandboxes and grassy riverbanks to make them look like they're interacting with the environment. Check out these artworks that look straight out of the Pixels movie.
You big brain, what?
From Mario characters to Sonic the Hedgehog and Mega Man, he even recreated that famous Joker staircase scene. It's an 8-bit invasion!
Whatever you're doing, please hurry up!
Number 11, Living Walls. Breathing new life to abandoned structures and proving that the whole world is your canvas is none other than Russian urban artist Nikita Namers. Nikita travels around Russian cities searching for old towers, crumbling brick walls, and rusty metal pipes, then transforms them into anthropomorphic objects, just like the toothy man with falling teeth, the Tower Man looking like Gandalf watching over the town, and the Big Brother with windows for eyes.
Once I was strolling along the embankment and I saw this object. And at once I got the idea that it resembled a face.
But Nikita is not just a one-trick pony because he can also spray up traditional graffiti infused with social commentary. Number 10, Natural Wonders. The anonymous Belgian street artist who only goes by the name Roa is a man on a mission to save Mother Nature one mural at a time. His provocative monochromatic artworks mostly show animals depicted in various phases of the natural life cycle in the hopes of creating awareness towards these species we usually take for granted.
I have a fascination for nature and biology and animals. I painted a pangolin. It's an animal that is unknown to most of people. He's extremely endangered.
Some of his murals also depict animals endemic to that specific place, seemingly trapped within the architectural confines of the urban jungle. With his works of art, Roa also likes to challenge spectators to engage in conversations about climate change, just like with his exhibition called Annihilation.
We live in a moment where a lot of things are happening to the planet, to nature, to different environments. And I think that on itself kind of inspired me to use that word.
Number 9. Giants in the city. Giant humanoids are invading the streets of Italy. It's a real-life attack on Titan. But wait, before you call on Aaron, Mikasa, and the rest of the gang, these are just photorealistic portraits by Milan-based artist Cosimo Caifa. Cosimo uses a unique 3D technique that makes his paintings look like they're interacting with the objects and people around them. Some of his works feature giant humans looking like they're splashing paint on the road, or supersized animals that lurk on curbside walls. But most of them just look so darn realistic that they seem to defy the laws of space and perspective when viewed from a specific angle. Like, how does that lady look like she's holding the lamppost like a freaking magic wand?
That was totally wicked!
Number 8. Escapist Fantasy. Dreamy, childlike, and whimsical are just some of the words that come to mind when you catch sight of the unique outdoor creations of Brazilian twin artists Otávio and Gustavo Pandolfo, collectively known as Os Gêmeos. These talented brothers showcase their escapist fantasy art through large-scale murals featuring yellow-skinned characters, just like this masked figure painted on a 70-foot building wall in Dewey Square that has polarized a lot of Bostonians.
I told him that I thought it was horrifying.
And I got to admit, it's got a little terrorist thing going.
But why do they mostly use yellow? It's because this color is easy to spot from a distance when you're out on the street. These yellow characters are actually part of their self-made fantasy world they call Trite. The creative duo are also heavily influenced by Brazilian folklore, hip-hop culture, and political commentary.
I think this is the role of art, to make people feel emotion, to reflect upon something.
Number 7. Social activism. When Athens-based Indonesian artist Wild Drawing created this mural called "The Last Are Lost from the List," he wanted to raise awareness on the deforestation of the Amazon rainforest. Today, it's considered one of the most important street murals in modern times. Social activism runs deep within Wild Drawing's stunningly surreal works of art. Combining elements of realism and comic book style aesthetics, Wild Drawing's outdoor installations can be seen on condemned houses, large buildings, and abandoned walls all over Asia, Europe, and America. Some of his more notable, thought-provoking works include this mural called "Give Peace a Chance," "Life Cycle," and "Time Hole," all located in Greece. Number 6. 3D street art. When it comes to hyper-realistic 3D street art, two artists have taken the world by storm. One of them is Kurt Wenner, who's basically the father of 3D pavement art. His style is a combination of contemporary art, traditional street painting techniques, and innovative geometry that all together invoke a sense of whimsical realism. Good luck not getting lightheaded when you view some of his artwork from a specific perspective. Another 3D street artist who has carved out a name for himself is German chalk artist Edgar Meiler, aka the Maestro Modenari, or Master Street Painter. I mean, just look at this piece called The Crevasse that will make you feel like you're walking over the edge of an icy cliff. This piece called Duality looks like there's a hidden gigantic waterfall that was just revealed from underground. On one alley, Meiler made the whole road look like a massive volcano cliff crumbling down to the ocean.
Sometimes we have to say, okay, that's it, because I can always add something, but you can also ruin the whole painting.
You better mind the gap when you walk along these streets, or your brain might just play tricks on you. Number 5. Drilled murals. Renowned Portuguese urban artist Alexandre Farto, also known as Vils, is making his mark in the most unusual way by creating art through destruction. Instead of brushes and spray paints, Vils' weapons of choice are drills, explosives, and jackhammers in creating his stunning pieces of textured outdoor art.
All your dreams, all your expectations of life, or expectations of happiness, of freedom, of so many other things are shaped by everything that surrounds us.
He first paints over the dilapidated walls and sketches the different depths before carving it out using his power tools. For Vils, part of the excitement is the unpredictable nature of the materials used in the walls he turns into canvas. One of his most significant works is the portrait of well-known human rights advocate and politician from Rio de Janeiro named Marielle Franco. This was part of Amnesty International's drive to use street art in raising awareness about human rights defenders like Franco, who was fatally shot in March of 2018. Number 4. Neon spray art. Would you believe that these phenomenal neon graffiti were created with nothing but spray paint? Even better, they seem to illuminate in broad daylight. Hashtag mind blown. Brooklyn-based artist Adam Fujita, aka Adam Fu, is a pro at that. Using a technique called dusting, he's able to create the illusion of illumination, and then he paints on a black shadow to trick the eyes into thinking the letters and images are floating. For Adam, his neon art is a metaphor for keeping the lights on in Trump's America. Through his artworks, he makes a bold stance on police violence, gender issues, women's rights, corporate greed, and a lot of other social issues. Number 3. Clever street art. If there's one thing street artist Tom Bob believes in, it's that art shouldn't be taken too seriously. Since 2013, Tom has been reimagining mundane, often forgotten objects in public spaces and has turned them into art installations meant to put a smile on everyone's faces. He has cleverly transformed objects like poles, air ducts, railings, walls, and even rocks around New York into whimsical creatures that are straight out of a 5-year-old's playful mind. Princess Leia fire hydrant, anyone?
I don't know where you get your delusions, laser brain.
He has painted curb stops to look like Kit Kat bars, pipes as worms and snakes, electrical boxes as bodies of flamingos and ostriches, a stack of barrels as billiard balls, and sewer covers as Pac-Man characters. Tom's imagination sure knows no bounds. Number 2. Augmented reality. This is not an actual toilet in the middle of the street, nor is this kid trapped inside an enormous box of Hot Wheels. And if you think these are actual giant-sized Lego bricks slowly forming a heart, think again. Blurring the line between fantasy and reality is Dutch pop surrealist artist Leon Kier, who's become one of the biggest names in anamorphic street art.
The biggest challenge is to convert this small two-dimensional sketch into this big, large 3D version of distortion.
But before you dismiss his works as pedestrian, pun intended, Leon has even upped his street art game by incorporating technology. See this mural of teacups? Through his own app, you could actually see the teacups topple down and shatter right in front of your eyes, thanks to the magic of augmented reality and video mapping. Talk about groundbreaking!
The future has finally arrived.
Before we go to our number 1 pick, do us a solid and make sure to smash the subscribe button and hit the notification bell. Don't forget to choose all so you won't miss out on any of our latest life-changing, boredom-busting content. And of course, be sure to turn on notifications in your app's settings. Number 1. Ocean murals. A remote sea wall found on the Bay of Fundy in St. John, Canada, has a beautiful secret that unveils itself only twice a day. I'm talking about a mural created by Hawaii-born surfer/artist Sean Yoro. Known for painting in dangerous places, Sean doesn't really reveal his work's exact locations to avoid legal risks. But this one is an exception since it was commissioned by the tourism department itself. Sean says one of the biggest struggles in making his ocean murals is the unpredictable current that makes it more difficult for him to paint while standing on his paddleboard.
This made balancing on my paddleboard that much harder, especially after these long 12-hour painting sessions when my legs and core would be completely exhausted.
I feel you, man. It's not easy painting on those walls, shipwrecks and waterfalls, especially with your shirt off. But hey, someone's gotta do it. So, which of these exquisite street art was your favorite? Let us know in the comments section below. Take home any of our exclusive gear by browsing our merch shelf or clicking the link in the video description. And while you're at it, take our quiz to find out how you can earn extra cash online doing what you do best. Awesome, right? If you thought these street artists were gangbusters, then prepare to be gobsmacked by the 11 most ingenious workers in the world. Till then, stay artistic, Facnatics, and see you in the next video.